Elf the Musical, obviously based on the hit movie. It's here for 2 weeks. The musical is here at the Auditorium Theater. Yara Martin, who portrays Emily in the show, joining us now. Thank you so much for your time today, and happy holidays.
Of course, happy to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about this tour and this excitement because this is quickly has become like the it holiday film and musical for so many families.
Yeah, sure has. It definitely is for my family. Me and my siblings, we watch it every year. It's the one non-negotiable holiday film that we watch every year. And just getting to be a part of the musical version of it is just a dream come true.
Talk a little bit about the role of Emily and auditioning, becoming a part of the show, and kind of the process has been so far.
Sure. Emily Hobbs, she is the wife of Walter Hobbs, and Walter Hobbs is Buddy Elf's dad. So Buddy comes into their life very unexpectedly, and she has to sort of like take on the role of his stepmom, even though he is a full-grown adult who has been raised by elves his whole life, and he's sort of like finding his human identity. But Emily Hobbs is very much sort of the maybe the heart of the show, a little bit like the emotional sort of stability in the show. Like she is taking care of business, she is getting things done, she really like is very receptive of Buddy coming into their life, and it's more Walter that's kind of like a bit resistant to that, to his arrival into their life, and she is more making space for him and trying to hold on to that holiday spirit and keeping the family together and all of that good stuff. And yeah, I auditioned for this part in like many months ago, like early summer, which is like a weird time to do anything Christmassy. It's like when the sun is shining and the days are long. But it was just so wonderful because actually, this is a little bit of a fun fact, but my aunt, she lives in England, and many years ago, I think it was 2015, they did a production of Elf the Musical on the West End, and she played the role of Emily Hobbs. So it's kind of funny that like almost a decade later or a decade later, here I am stepping into that same role, but in the States.
Was she the first phone call that you made when you got the role?
Actually, no. No, that was the husband, but yeah, but I did let her know
At least
quickly
one of the
soon
first few
after.
phone calls. One of the first few phone
One
calls,
of the first
obviously,
people,
yes.
yeah, like it's been like kind of like a mind-blowing thing, like of a synchronicity, of a coincidence that this happened.
I love that. You do come from a theater family? Is this just kind of you and your aunt? Or
I very much do come from a theater family. Yeah, I was born into the theater. I'm actually originally from Iceland. That is, I was born and raised in Iceland. Yeah, I was born into a theater family. My dad is an actor. My mom is a singer. My dad is also a director and a writer. And yeah, so it was kind of like inevitable that I would be doing what I'm doing today.
Emily being the voice of reason. I mean, talk a little bit about how the rehearsals have gone so far, and just you in that space because obviously there's a lot going on with Walter and Michael and Buddy and just the sets and everything. I mean, talk a little bit about kind of being that focal point in the show.
Absolutely. I feel like it actually, I felt very calm and grounded because Emily is very calm and grounded. Like she really takes everything in stride and it's just like, okay, this is a problem. I know what the solution is. And she just like goes ahead and does it. So even though there's a lot going on, anytime Emily is on stage or anytime I am like embodying Emily, I'm like, everything is fine. Everything is going to be just great. So she's almost like a grounding kind of cord or a rod, if you will, for the craziness that's going on in the show.
That is amazing. Let's talk a little bit about Jack, who portrays Buddy in the show and his spirit and getting to work with him.
Oh, he's my favorite. He's just my favorite. Period. Jack is absolutely incredible. He is the star of the show. He is basically on stage the entire time, and watching him work and watching him really bring Buddy to life in such a beautiful and endearing and funny. He is so funny, like in a funny way. I really think that, I mean, I know because I've been on the stage and I've seen and witnessed how the audience responds to him. And he really is he is the whole show. And the show, the show is incredible because he is incredible.
Show being in the West End, and obviously it was on Broadway last year, and now it's on this tour. What have you heard from either the producers, other cast members, and everybody as far as like what this feeling has been like to bring this show to audiences? Obviously, the show means a lot to so many people, but that feeling going into it, especially as we're getting ready to premiere it here in Chicago.
I feel like I'm just so proud of the show. I'm so proud to be a part of it because it's just not all shows get to be what Elf is, which is just a pure explosion of joy and magic, and it's just purely uplifting, and it's for the entire family, and it's like you're getting so much Broadway magic, and there's so much dancing, and the music is amazing. It's just sort of like there's not any, like I don't have any I have no notes, you know what I mean? I'm like I have no notes for the show. But it's just like it's such an honor to get to be a part of, especially Christmas, because it's like you can only do a Christmas show for a limited time every year. So it's just such an honor to get to be a part of it and to bring Christmas and holiday spirit to everybody around the country.
And you'll be in Chicago for 2 weeks. A lot of, obviously a lot of shows and families are excited to go and check you out. But we also have a lot of holiday pop-ups, a lot of holiday things happening in the Chicagoland area. Is the cast talking about maybe hitting a few of those things up while you guys are in town?
Oh, absolutely. We're already in talks about going ice skating, first of all. And we also heard that there is an elf themed restaurant or bar of sorts around here that like is really inspired by the movie. So
Yeah.
we really want to go there and take in even more elf, as if we haven't had enough of elf
Yeah.
so far. Like, no, we want more elf. So we want to
Yeah.
check that out as well.
Yeah, it's called Elfed Up, and it's in Wrigleyville, and right around that area, there's a whole bunch of different pop-ups. So definitely go start off there. But there's that whole couple of blocks of streets. Everything is lit up. Everybody is in a festive mood, and a lot of fun spots to check out over there.
Beautiful. Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, Yara, thank you so much for your time today. Elf the Musical coming to us for 2 weeks, starting December 2nd, going all the way through the 14th at the Auditorium Theater, 50 East Ida B. Wells, BroadwayInChicago.com for those tickets. Happy holidays, and see you in Chicago very, very soon.
Thanks so much. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.